Back one more time tonight with attorney Jim Breslo. So, Jim, who exactly did this here? We've got one man on trial without a lot of evidence directly pointing to him, and another possible suspect the defense is naming. What do you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting dichotomy because the strength of the apparent case versus the defendant, Merrit, seems to be similar to the strength of the case against this other potential defendant, Kavanaugh. I think the defense has to be careful pushing too much toward the Kavanaugh angle because the evidence of his guilt is just as weak. So you don't want to make the mistake perhaps the prosecution is doing, which is bringing a case that is relatively weak against this defendant, but then on the same hand saying that, oh, Kavanaugh did it based on similar evidence.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a really interesting case as it grinds along here. This supposition that the family died in the family's home, no blood. They've got these little tiny suspected dots of what might be blood, but they didn't notice them until the pictures were enlarged. No testing has been done, and yet they seem to be sticking with this theory. And what of these pieces of fabric that they found in the grave that they think might just possibly be the missing towels from the family's residence? Again, it's evidence that this family is dead. Well, we know that. How does it point the finger at Chase Merrit?
Exactly. And what's incredible in this case is that the San Diego County Police said that this house was not a crime scene. They didn't even put crime tape up. They allowed multiple people to go in. They allowed the mother to go in and clean this house. Now San Bernardino police are saying it's not only a crime scene, it's actually where the murders of this entire family took place, and yet there's hardly a shred of evidence of it there. Furthermore, the bodies would have had to been transported, presumably in the defendant's car. They've got no evidence of any DNA in that car, and they've got no evidence of Merrit at the ultimate place where the bodies were found.
It's a big whodunit. Jim Breslo, appreciate your insight tonight on the Debrief.
Thank you for having me.